hey, I love that you listen to this podcast. And what I love more is that every show that I've been doing, more and more TILLN fans have been coming and saying that they drove for hours to be at this show. And so if that's you want to come see me do some stand-up, you got plenty of opportunities. January 27th and 28th, I'll be filming my comedy special in Nashville. That's a really big thing. If you can make it to those shows, I would love to see you there. And then I'll be doing new material. February 12th, I'll be in Houston, Texas. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, I'll be in Plano, which is near Dallas. February 20th, I'll be in Kingsport, Tennessee, which is in Tennessee. And then February 21st, I'll be in Fredericksburg, Virginia. February 22nd, I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Comedy Zone there. February 27th, I'll be in Milton, West Virginia. That's right. We're going everywhere, baby. February 28th, I'll be in Raleigh, North Carolina. And March 8th, I'll be in Indianapolis, Indiana. I have plenty of dates. You can always check out. If you're listening to this in the future, you're like, oh, dang, it's November right now, and I missed all of those shows. You can always find my shows at jaronmyers.com/shows. So I really want to see you there. Would love to hang out. Thanks for coming. For real, thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for coming to my shows because this is my dream, and it's still alive.
Hey, man.
What's up?
Have you ever heard of Stuxnet? Stuxnet.
Stuxnet?
Stuxnet.
Stuxnet.
No, Stuxnet.
Stuxnet, okay.
Stux.
No, I got it.
Stuxnet.
Oh, okay. No, I've not.
Stuxnet. So where do I begin? Let's start with June.
It does sound like a 2004 infomercial product.
Oh, interesting.
Stuxnet.
That actually does. That is that's
because that was like the era where they're putting net on the end of something, you know.
It sounded very high tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
It would call Stux AI today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now. Too much. You've done this too long. That's too much of that. Yeah, I know. It was insincere laughter. It was insincere.
Yeah.
It was insincere.
Yeah, I know. All right, theme song it, huh? All the names in Frozen are German, so it's like if you're watching Frozen in German, it's a lot like if they changed all the names in Frozen to be like Matt, Anna, and Elsa, and it's just like
that's just a normal name.
Brittany, Klaus, Chris. Things I learned last night.
Okay, so let's begin. It's June 17th, 2010. You work for a company called Virus Block Ad. Virus Block Ada.
2010 is the era. So this is when I had my job as a malware remover at a computer store.
Yeah.
This was the age
Give us
where
a window to what that life was like.
It was. Have I told you this before? Most of the job was people calling and saying their computer didn't work, and you were like, did you try to turn it off and turn it back on? And then they would do that on the phone, and they would go, wow, you did it. And we would be like, all right, that's $25. And then they would never, but we would never pay. A lot of what it was dudes bringing in their computer and being like, yeah, it just doesn't work for some reason. And then we would be like, do you think it could probably be the 2 terabytes of videos that you've downloaded onto this thing? And they're no.
What do you? I've never seen those videos before.
Well, that's you probably not all the illegal songs you have on this. Probably what's gumming it down a little bit. No, I think it's because I downloaded Internet Explorer. I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it's Internet Explorer.
Sure it's Internet Explorer.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, Internet Explorer sucked though. So it probably
so back then. And now I don't even know if this job is because viruses just aren't as common anymore.
I mean,
viruses were very common before.
Yeah. There's still
you would just get random pop-ups and it would just start opening all this stuff and like it was.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since I got a Mac, I've never.
Well, there's still a thing, but the problem is you can get a lot more money and data from attacking a website than you can an individual personal computer.
Right.
And so like those things, like there's just not as much of a market for
exactly
it, like black market for it, I guess. And it's also the juice isn't really worth the squeeze because like it's easier to just email someone and trick them than it is to get a virus on their machine.
Of course.
Like you don't need a virus.
But early in the days, that was very, you had to look out for that. You get viruses on your computer.
It was a big thing.
It would disable your whole machine. You had to bring it into us. We'd have to undownload certain things. We had special software that then detected where those things were.
It also was kind of the Wild West.
Delete certain files. It was very intricate.
Like web, that was before web browsers had like, they would show, oh, hey, this is a dangerous website. You should want to proceed. Like there was just a lot of stuff. Like it was kind of the Wild West. And so it's like easier to stumble upon something sketchy.
Yeah.
Now all you do is just go to Facebook.
That's true. That's what I'm saying.
There's like 6 websites now.
But also as more things have become app-based rather than web-based, you're not opening as many links on apps anymore or on the web anymore. You're opening links through apps.
And if you think it's going to be sketchy, you just do it on your work computer instead.
That's what I'm saying. So Stuxnet, 2010.
Yeah, it's June 17th, 2010.
Okay, and we're where?
Belarus.
Okay.
And so this company, it's called Virus Block ADA, and that's like a literal just translation. I don't know what. I'm assuming ADA means something.
Yeah.
ADA means something in Belarusian, but I do not know. I don't know if Belarusian is the language they speak there. I know that's
just keep going.
People from Belarus are called Belarusians. I know that for sure.
Sure.
They probably just speak Russian, I'm guessing, because that's an old
you
Soviet
know that
state.
For sure.
They speak Russian, but they're like, well, it's Belarusian here. Anyways, so they get a normal support request. And don't stop. Here's the thing. We installed this timer, and you look at this timer all the time now. And it's this passive-aggressive way where I'm doing a bit, and you don't think it's worth our time. And you just look up at the timer, and you're doing it like now as I'm talking about it, which I realize is kind of funny because you're also breaking the third wall a little bit, but you're also
513,
so annoying.
515, 516. Tim, that's a long time you spent on that bit.
It's not. It was a bit. It was a genuine thing of me. This was. You want genuine laughter?
Edit
Here's
this whole
my
thing
genuine
out.
complaining about your behavior.
Just edit him out.
Edit me out of this podcast. Here, let me get you a shot without me in it, so that way you can just make me be gone.
So this is really hard to turn. So, Stuxnet is a malicious computer worm first uncovered on 17 June 2010 and thought to have been in development since at least 2005.
Okay, stop. You're going to spoil the story.
Sure.
I don't want you to spoil it.
Okay. So, this company that Virus Blocker is a company?
Yeah, so they get one of their clients reaches out and says, "Hey, we got this virus. Take a look at it. Tell us how to fix it."
Okay.
And so they send all the...
And the email was written in English or Belarusian?
Probably Belarusian, I'm assuming, because they knew how to read it. Nobody... You can only speak the language. This was the 2010s. You can only speak the local language there.
Tim, this is what I keep looking at the clock, dude. That's a throwaway joke.
I know.
I do it, and then you go.
And I made it better.
What if we spent 4 minutes?
I took your throwaway joke and I caught it and I held on to it and I made it a good joke. I made it a fun joke that we can hang out on for a minute. Parked it. So they are looking at the virus. They're looking at the virus.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Most viruses that they get in, they're very rudimentary.
Right.
You look at it for a few minutes, you figure out how it works, and you can develop a fix for it, right?
Right.
They get into this thing, and they're like, this is different. And this actually ended up taking them 6 months to figure out how this virus worked. And they took it to the press, and it changed the world forever, the Stuxnet virus. Because... How do I illustrate this? The client that they had was Iran, and Iran had located this.
Are you talking about Iran, or are you talking about Iran, which is the running app from Apple?
I'm talking about both. No, I'm talking about the state.
Iraq and Iran.
Is it not Iran?
Yeah,
is it Iran?
Yeah,
is it Iran? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I was joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're at Iran.
Iran.
Jeez, now I'm self-conscious about it. They're at Iran, No, Iran was their client. They sent in this virus. And
Iran. I think it's pronounced Iran.
I'm never going to say this right in this episode.
I know.
You've messed me up now. You got me all,
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Iran.
got me all messed up.
I'm pretty sure it's Iran.
You just did it both ways. You just did both versions.
I said it the same way both times.
No. You said, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Iran. And then you said, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Iran.
Okay.
You did both of them.
Okay.
You're in my head. I know you're in my head. And you're driving it in.
Okay.
So,
hey, calm down, buddy.
their client was the state
Let's take some
of
deep breaths
Iran.
together. Let's take some deep
Let's do
breaths.
this.
This is so much wasted time. Please talk. Please keep talking. Tell a story.
Thank you. All right. Don't look at the clock. I was trying to zen out. So Iran, they were the client.
Which is neither of them. There's Iran and Iran, and you went Iran, which is oh, I love it. Yeah,
Iran?
So this
Iran.
company is hired by the
Iran.
by the country of Iran.
Yes. And so the country of Iran, they have a facility called Natanz. And Natanz is a nuclear facility.
Oh yeah.
And they were essentially what they uncovered. They took this to the press and they were like, okay, so this is an interesting little bit of code that we found because this code was very sophisticated. It featured 4 0-day exploits, which do you know what a 0-day exploit is?
Yeah.
Describe it to me.
No, that's your job.
I mean, if you're going to lie, describe it to me.
Why would I lie?
Here.
I know what it is, but you
I
can
know
probably
what
describe it
is,
better.
But I think you should tell
I think you should
everybody
tell
else.
everyone what
I
it
think you
is.
should tell everyone else.
Yeah, I think you should tell everyone what it is.
A 0-day exploit is an exploit in a computer software system that did not exist before. No one knew about this until the day it was exposed.
Right.
And so there's not a fix out there.
Right.
We're going to have to fix it. It's days. You have 0 days to fix the problem is the concept because it's out there. The virus is exploiting it.
Right,
out there
right,
in the wild. Gosh, you are trying to... So there are 4 0-day exploits inside this, and 0-day exploits are...
There's no common fix for it already. You have 0 days to fix it, right? So like you gotta fix this today.
They're the most complicated exploits out there.
Right.
There are bug bounty programs where companies will literally pay millions of dollars if you find one of these and show them to them because they're that big of a deal. And they are...
Because most viruses that we were dealing with at the computer shop that are infecting personal computers were things that we used existing software to identify and remove those viruses because they were known, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they were, we could figure out which files to delete. We knew how those worked.
Yeah.
This is something that's like, oh, we have no idea how this is working, and we also have no fix for it.
Yeah. To have 4 0-day exploits is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
God. Okay, so here's what it did.
Guys,
here's what it did.
Guys, we're like in a pretty good mood. I don't know what happened, but Tim is like, I don't know what happened.
That guy in the hallway.
He's fully crashing out over here, and like we're for real trying to do the episode.
So, okay, so I don't know what it was about the Iran thing.
I know.
So
I didn't know it was going to bother you that much. I'm sorry. I wouldn't. It was a worthless bit.
It was a worthless bit.
Yeah.
And it made me feel like a worthless person.
Okay.
I don't know how to say Iran, and it makes me so worthless.
Iran.
Anyways, so
Iran.
So the way it worked is this worm found its way into their computer system.
Yeah.
And it spent a full month. The code was written to where it would spend a full month just monitoring how the systems worked.
Okay.
and then essentially recorded everything that happened, recorded all the data, and then it built lookalike data. So that way, when it executed its attack, it could show that data to the end users that were running things and say, look, everything's fine.
Yeah.
This is what is happening. So that was one of their exploits within there. The other thing that they did is they went to a series of gas centrifuges, and they essentially turned up the pressure on these centrifuges to where they're going to break. But what they figured, what it was designed to do, I should say, wasn't to just make it to where it's going to hit this limit and then just explode.
Right.
It was going to increase the pressure enough to where it's going to cause a little bit of damage, but then it was going to decrease the pressure to show that lookalike fake data to all the people monitoring the systems while it was increasing the pressure without actually causing any severe damage.
Okay.
And over the course of months and months and months, they just, every so often, this worm would increase the pressure on the systems, cause a little bit of damage, show that fake data, bring it back down. Nobody there knew what was going on until eventually they did this enough times where all that pressure damaged all these to the point where they weren't usable. And the engineers this was the Natanz nuclear facility, were getting very confused because they were like, we keep having these centrifuges get overpressure, and we're seeing damage that looks like overpressure, but we don't have any data that shows any overpressure ever happening.
Okay.
And so they were really racking their brains on how this was possible. They were going back through their code to try to figure out the reporting systems. They were going through all of the actual physical hardware on these centrifuges to figure out, is there some sort of leak or something that's causing this or something that's breaking? Because they couldn't figure out why it was happening. And they did this. This worked for a handful of months where this just slowly kept working up these centrifuges. The other thing, and so this was a very surgical worm to where it was providing that fake data to where they wouldn't be able to see that something was actually wrong. It was working very slowly because they could have just bumped those up to 100 and blew them all up.
Sure.
And then it would be over. But what it appeared, and what the Belarusian company kind of concluded from the code, was they didn't want, whoever built this worm didn't want this to be evident that a virus did the damage.
Right.
They wanted the people at the Natanz facility to think
that their calculations were wrong.
Yeah, that they were making some sort of mistake, not that they were destroying something. And so what is very strange...
Which is just gaslighting. Yeah. It'd actually be more fun if we convince the scientists that they're a little wrong.
Hey, thanks for watching our show. If you like it, a great way to help out is by being a Patreon supporter. Doing that helps make this show possible, but it also gets a lot of perks for you. You can get every episode a week early, ad-free. You get access to a Discord where you can meet a lot of other people who love the show and actually hang out with Jaron and I every month on a hangout. And we're also in that Discord chat all the time, talking with people, talking about episodes and just random stuff in life. It's super fun. There's a way to get birthday messages, a free gift, merch discounts in there. So there's a lot of really great reasons to be a Patreon supporter. You get a lot of benefits out of it. And it also makes the show keep happening. So if that sounds great to you, you can go to support.tilln.com or tilln.com/support, or just tilln.com and search around until you find the links and become a Patreon supporter. We really appreciate you doing that. But if not, right back to the episode, right? Yeah, we're building, it's anonymous with their little masks in their warehouse somewhere. And they're like, wait. Make it slower.
To take down your scientists by making them insecure.
Feel like they're really bad persons.
Oh, you don't know how to say Iran.
The machine would just occasionally...
The machine's like, I'm overeating.
The machine would occasionally say Iran. And so they'd be like, am I saying it wrong?
Did you say Iran? Did you say Iran?
I've grown up here and I don't...
Oh, you said Iran.
I feel like I'm saying it wrong.
Oh, yeah, the nuclear program. They have nuclear.
Did I say nuclear weird?
Nuclear?
What did I say?
You said nuclear. It's nuclear.
I hate that you knew that all you had to do was say nuclear weird, and I would immediately think that, oh, I said nuclear weird. And then now you're saying it the same way both times.
First of all, I did not say it the same way both times. All right?
I hate so much that this is working on me right now. I hate so much that you're so under my skin right now.
Nothing in the data shows that you're. I can't figure this out. Tim's freaking misfiring on all cylinders, and there's no readings for this.
No, we have no data that shows why he's broken. Reset. You're doing exactly what my baby does.
You're like, so you haven't experienced this. You don't go to the gym, but when I go to the gym, and I'm pressing dumbbells, 200 pounds, and so freaking it's jamming my hand into the button on my
That
watch.
hurts so bad.
Well, it's not even that it hurts. It's that my watch starts doing the thing where it's like SOS,
doing
and
stuff.
I'm like, oh,
you're like, oh,
frick.
No, that almost the exact same thing happens, but I'll be changing my son's diaper and like you're holding his legs and like doing the
And then
diaper
he just goes,
and he sees the screen and he just starts tapping it. And
wow,
but
dude.
he can't tap.
I can't
He's
believe
just
your
like
kid is
feeling it.
already an iPad baby. Your wife doesn't want him to look at screens, but then she didn't account for your Apple Watch.
and
he's addicted to your Apple Watch.
He really
Dude,
is.
he's like,
he really does like reach at it and like hit it and do stuff with it. And like he's not aware.
oh yeah, my kid's screen times, I just let him look at my Apple Watch for a little bit.
Look at my watch. And it drives me crazy because I'm so stressed that he's going to like call like a client or something. I'm like, oh, hey, sorry, I'm changing my son's diaper. That was him. I can't hang up. You're going to have to do it. My hands are full of poop.
My hands are full of poop and my shoes are full of pee. So the Belarusian company just like they were telling Iran, hey, this code looks like it's just designed to mess with your scientists.
Well, that's not exactly what they said. That's actually not even close to what they said.
Yeah, I know.
They said what's strange is there's this one side of it that is like very surgical, very precise. We're gonna sneak in essentially and like trick you into thinking everything. But then there's this other side of the system.
Yeah.
And the other side of the system is just going to the centrifuges and just revving up the RPMs as high as they can to like blow up the centrifuges.
Okay.
And so like that's very less surgical. Like they're just like, okay, what if we do this thing, but then what if also we just go
maxed
crazy?
out?
Yeah.
Right.
And so over the course of a few years, this virus is running wild inside the Natanz nuclear facility. What do you got under the table? What are you doing? Okay. The system's running wild. The system's running wild in Natanz. And stop that. Stop doing that.
Stop doing what?
Oh my God. Okay, so
Stop doing. No, that was genuine. Stop doing what?
I don't know. You're just freaking me out.
Guys,
it just feels
go look at the timestamp of the video for this.
It feels like you're gonna do something.
It
just feels like you're
I
plotting.
opened a Coke Zero. I took a sip. And then I looked at Alex, and he's over here like freaking, quit doing that. Bro, I would not have done that Oron joke if I knew that it was going to crash you out like this, dude.
I don't know why it did. It just really...
Hey, I'm really sorry. Do you want to reset? You want to start over?
No.
Okay, good.
So...
Hey, man.
So...
I used to run at this time in my life, just so you know, I was running an online forum called Ninja Nerd, Assassins of Malware, where we would help people solve their computer problems through an online forum. And this is real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm worried that that's still out there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not for sure. Let's check.
Yeah.
Ninja Nerd. Well, now it's owned by somebody else. NinjaNerd.org.
Oh, somebody bought it?
No, I mean, I didn't own the
Did you get a bag
.org
for it. Oh,
but this is online learning platform for medicine and science. Stupid. Ninja
Something to do with
Nerd.
ninjas. Also, I don't feel like that branding works for that like concept.
Wow. Okay, so this is crazy that this still exists. This is my logo. I'm not going to give anyone the. I'm not going to give anybody the. I mean, it's falling apart, but do you see the?
Oh, was this Photo Bucket?
No, this was. But look, Ninja Nerd, Assassins of Malware.
That's crazy.
And then, yeah, you could. I mean, all the other images are dead because.
Yeah.
I used the links for these images.
Oh, yeah.
But that's crazy that's still.
That's pretty wild. Some of our patrons will find that. This is a challenge. And for those of you, there's a couple of you that I'm thinking of that I think are going to find it. You know who you are.
That's crazy. I guess I could try to log in and see if anything's posted there.
It would be hilarious if that becomes your website. Like jaredmyers.com just links to that, and that's where you
just Ninja Nerd.
run all
Should I
stuff.
bring back online forums? Should I make
Online
a forum?
forums were sick.
I mean, that's basically
Honestly,
what our that's kind of what our Discord is.
Honestly, though, like if you think about it, what's that mailing list thing that's really big right now? I'm drawing a blank on its name.
Substack?
Yeah, Substack is like we're taking a step towards that.
I mean, I've thought about writing more because I would like to do a book one day. Just a memoir about my time in the NBA. And
pretty funny.
if I just wrote a whole story
full memoir
about how,
Just a lie.
I mean, that's just a novel. So it's like freaking.
Did Jared write a novel about his
Jared
life?
wrote a novel?
Fictionalize his life?
Yeah, no, but I thought about starting a Substack. I don't know. I would log in every day and I would see like, oh, I've got like 8 messages, like 8 responses to my comments. And honestly, I really loved, I don't know what this was. I've talked about it on the show before too, because I helped with the support team for the forum itself.
Yeah.
And so like, I just liked, I had
Helping people.
templates saved.
Yeah.
For it's like somebody asked how to do this and I would just click that template and respond. I liked helping people.
That was an interesting era of the internet because things could just be found. Like you didn't have to have a marketing budget to get yourself on the first page of Google.
Right.
Like you could just be out there and people could find it.
And I had like friends who I'm sure were just 58-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we
You
were
told them your address and
I was like, hey, here's my address. Here's my phone number.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, I don't know who messaged me on RuneScape the other day, but I saw the message and then I was on my phone playing, so I couldn't respond to you. But know that I saw that message because someone messaged me and just said, "Do you pray?" That's why I texted you. And
that's
Did
so
you do
funny.
RuneScape? So whoever that was, thanks for doing that. I've been out here playing.
Yeah,
so.
he's been clicking the.
No, I'm fishing right now. I'm fishing and cooking.
Yeah.
I was clicking the crab.
Clicking the crab. I couldn't.
And then there was a giant crab that I was, really complicated stuff. You wouldn't get it, Alex. And you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand nothing.
For like a week, he would click. Literally, all he did was click on a crab. That was the game. He would click on a crab every few minutes. And that was the game he was playing for like a week and a half. But you got like very high level for it. Sorry, you get your screen time.
Sorry, I'm addicted to my watch. No, I would set a timer. You can attack the crab, and then every 10 minutes the crab dies, and you got to attack it again. Yeah. And so I would be working, and I would go set a 9.5 minute timer, and then I would do the work, and it would go off, and I would wait and I'd click the new crab that would pop up, and then I would just go back to work. And you're gonna judge me for that?
He's clicking the crab.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
I'm under his skin.
That doesn't bother me at all.
I'm under his skin.
That doesn't bother me at all. So anyway, Ninja Nerd.
So that
Costco Dog is my username on RuneScape. By the way.
So for years,
yeah,
the engineers at this facility were like, we can't figure out what's going on here.
Okay.
And eventually,
for years?
Yeah, for years.
When did they first discover it? 2010?
2010, they brought it to this company to be like, we think this might be a virus.
Okay.
And so that's when.
But do we know when they discovered it?
2010. So they found it in 2010 and they said, we think that there might be a virus in this system.
And then 4 years after.
No, they found it in 2010, but 4 years before that, it had been wreaking havoc.
Oh, got it. Okay. So for 4 years, it's been wreaking havoc.
Yes.
They've had this virus for 4 years.
Yeah, and they just recently figured out. And then they went to this company in Belarus and said, hey, can you figure out what's going on here? And so what's really interesting about this is they were in they had what's called an air gap in cybersecurity, where it sounds like what it is. You have a gap of air between you and your system.
Right.
And so like you're not connected to the internet. And in the case of this facility was an underground facility. Yeah. And it was in the middle of the desert where literally there was not an electronic device for miles from this facility.
Yeah.
And so there was no way to get a virus into this facility without physically walking into this facility.
Okay.
And so there's a few theories about how this happened. And it's hard to pin down for sure what is true. What I think is probably likely is I think that there was 2 versions of this that got into the facility based on the stories that are out there. The first story that you hear, and the story that was circulated pretty widely early in the when this hit the public,
Right.
was it was a USB stick.
Right.
And so somebody somewhere got a USB stick that was infected, and they didn't really know. They plugged it in, and it infected the system. And that's what's really interesting. Like early computer viruses, and they worked this way. They were floppy disks and CD-ROMs and USBs that had a virus on it, and you didn't know that they had it, and you just plugged it in. And then
I think that's how I got a virus. I had because I had a USB stick, and that was great. Man, that's bringing in so many memories. I had a whole like a travel case.
Yeah.
Of USBs.
Yeah.
That one was like, actual homework and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another one that was like all the software that I used to get viruses off of computers.
Yeah.
So I could get it off my friend's computer if it's like, oh, let me plug this in and do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another one that was a Nintendo emulator.
Yeah.
That had every Nintendo game ever made on it.
That's cool.
And then I had another one that was just my music. And I had the USB port in my pickup truck. And I would plug it, so I would just have a USB stick sticking straight out from my radio. And that's how I listen to music in my car.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I've been thinking a lot about lately?
What?
I don't know what it is about being a 30-year-old person. I'm 31. But like, do you ever have the urge to just buy a Ford Ranger?
Like an old Ford Ranger?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
sick.
Those
were so
listen,
sick.
I'm not even talking about like old. I'm talking about like a 2001.
Yeah. They were very cool trucks.
I mean, or like buying like an old Ford F-150 or like an old Chevy. Like, of course, everyone wants to buy like an 80s pickup truck, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like a 2002
Ford Ranger.
Yeah,
those Ford Rangers were dope though. They had the sideways seats in the back, so you could stare at the other passenger.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've talked about that on the podcast for sure. Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much.
So you could touch knees.
Yeah, you could. Let's touch knees. Let's touch knees in the back of my Ford Ranger.
I don't think it was a let's touch knees.
Let's touch knees in the back of my friend's Ford Ranger.
Hey. Do you want to touch knees in the back of my friend's Ford Ranger? Yeah. And then you get back there and there's like all these dummies and then he's dressed up and you're like, what the heck?
Sorry,
no, but I've thought like, dang, I kind of want like an old pickup.
I mean, they are like they're
maybe it's the nostalgia for like having like literally my old truck.
I think that's part of it, and I think it does take you back to a simpler time.
Yeah.
But also like those trucks were so much more practical. They had much larger truck bed, and like they were just cool. They were so cool.
Yeah.
They really were so cool.
The bench seat.
The bench seat.
Dude, being able to like, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
I
know exactly what you're going to prom.
You got your arm around a girl.
There's no seatbelts. You get a wreck.
There's no seatbelts.
Both get ejected.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's a bit
and
for
then
the
you
school.
can go to the prom with the girl you wanted to go to prom with. Your
date's in the hospital. But like you show up to the prom.
She survived.
You go to the prom. You got stitches in your cheek.
Yeah, and you're like,
yeah, she's in the hospital.
She's in the hospital.
And then the girl you wanted to go with feels
she didn't
bad
wear
for
her
you.
seatbelt. I did though.
I did, so I just got some glass in my jaw.
So,
yeah. And then the girl you wanted to go with feels bad for you and says, "Okay, I'll ditch my date and I'll dance with you."
Oh, it involves her ditching her date too.
Yeah, she's like, he got into a car.
You know what's crazy? He got into a car accident on the way here. His brakes didn't work. It's like, oh, that's
crazy.
That's crazy. I don't know how that happened.
I don't understand how. That's very weird.
Hey, do you want to go touch knees in the back of my friend's Ford Ranger?
Oh,
I think
romance.
It's mostly a nostalgia for where we were in high school. But, that's crazy. I didn't have the extended cab either. My parents wouldn't the reason my parents got me a pickup truck, I think it was smart because they were like, you can only have 2 people in here max.
Yeah, that
was smart on them.
My parents gave me a pickup truck, but it was more of just like there wasn't like it was a hand-me-down truck.
Yeah, it's kind of easy to buy some pickup trucks.
Yeah. It's kind of like I think. Never mind. We don't need to talk about these trucks anymore. So the other theory about how this got in there.
Sorry, yeah, we don't have a lot of time left.
The other theory about how this
Fiddle
got
off.
in there. The other theory.
Sorry, we were being nostalgic.
This got in there was there was this Dutch engineer.
Yeah,
he was 36 years old. His name is Eric Van Sabin.
Okay.
And Eric worked for like a heavy transport logistics company that supplied parts and different things for heavy machinery, like facilities that had heavy machinery. And he
I'm imagining like a spy movie where someone has a virus on a USB right now and they're trying to break into the facility and then they're trying to find a computer that has a USB port still.
I'm sorry, boss, but there's no USBs in this building.
What are you talking about? Just plug it into the computer.
Where? Where do I plug
Everyone
it
uses laptops and takes them home.
Yeah, there's nothing on this computer. It's all just the iPod Airs.
And then he plugs it in and it comes and it's his Nintendo emulator. And he's like, oh, I grabbed the wrong USB stick.
I killed 10 people on the way in here to put this Nintendo game on my computer. Well, I mean, I'm gonna beat it real quick. Oh! I hate losing.
He's more mad. Okay, anyway.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Things I Learned Last Night. If you like the show, you want to support us, we've got merchandise that you can get, and it's good stylish stuff that I made. I put a lot of work into this stuff, so it's great to find other TILLN fans in the wild and be like, wait a minute, I know that shirt. And so, we would love for you to do that. You can pop over to shop.tilln.com, or there's a QR code, or there's a link in the description. There's plenty of ways to find it. We promise we made it super easy. So thanks for supporting the show, and thanks for listening.
He works for this company.
Okay.
And they get a contract to supply water pumps to the Natanz station.
Okay.
He gets a call from the Dutch government, and the Dutch government says, hey, while you're there, they say, have you ever thought about being a spy? And so he agrees. And they basically, like, he takes the water pumps to the Dutch version of the CIA. And they install some software on the water pumps. And he doesn't really know what's going on. He brings those water pumps to Iran. And he goes there. And what's interesting, his wife grew up there. And so her whole family lives out there.
Okay.
So they make a trip out of it. They go, they're spending like New Year's with her family. He goes, he does the installation. And something scares him while he's there. It's like he almost figures out what's going on. I don't know if he knew from the start. It's not clear how much he was aware of.
Figures out what's going on is in like, oh, they've got nukes?
I don't know if it's they got nukes, but there's something about his time there where he goes and he does the installation.
Okay.
And he comes home and he's like, we're leaving right now. And he's like, we need to leave the country.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, and there's no clear evidence of what exactly happened. Like if he figured something out or if he said something he shouldn't have, but he leaves the country.
Okay.
This was late 2008 going into 2009, like because it was like a New Year's event that they were there for. They go home, and what's really interesting is later that same month in January 2009, he's in Dubai, and he's riding his motorcycle when all of a sudden he's involved in a crash. There's a single vehicle crash where he breaks his neck and he dies. And investigators claim that there's no sign of foul play.
Okay.
But the theory is that someone sabotaged his bike because they found his connection to something.
I always do bits at really unfortunate times. Because we just talked about cutting the brakes on someone's Ford Ranger. And then you're like, yeah, someone sabotaged his bike. Okay.
And what's interesting is there was an anonymous source in the intelligence committee at like the Dutch intelligence agency.
Yeah.
And they said he paid a
Which
high
the
price.
Dutch is where?
Deutschland. think it's Germany. Is it Germany?
The Netherlands.
It's the Netherlands. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Netherlands,
The Dutch.
Deutschland, Iran. But no, they said he paid a high price.
Yeah.
So they seem to know, like, it. What it seems like is he knew too much about what he was saying, what he was doing, and he talked about it because it wasn't even a year later that the engineers from Iran.
Speaking of the Dutch, when I was in Italy, did I tell you about the guys I was on the Pompeii tour with? That they were professional theater actors.
Yeah.
Well, one was a producer and the other one was the actor.
Yeah.
And the little fella, he plays Olaf in the German version of.
Interesting.
Yeah. Did we talk about that? Because I think we didn't talk about that on the podcast. Because like he plays Olaf in like the official version of Frozen that
In
tours all over the Netherlands and Germany and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like the Broadway version, whatever their Broadway is.
Yeah.
Broadway or whatever. I don't know. What do they call it, Tim? Broadway. So yeah.
Interesting.
But also, all the names in Frozen are German. So it's like, if you're watching Frozen in German, it's a lot like if they changed all the names in Frozen to be like Matt.
Yeah, they're just normal.
It's like
names.
Anna and Elsa, and it's just like
That's just a normal name.
Brittany.
Yeah, that is.
Klaus. Chris.
Yeah, that is. It feels different.
Olaf.
So they.
I'm pretty sure that's pronounced so.
So they. Something happens while he's installing that. It seems to be some people get wind of what's going on.
Okay.
I think the assumption is that they then spend some time trying to source whatever was going on. They couldn't figure it out. They take it to this Belarusian company
Okay.
a little over a year later. Belarusian company spends a few months with it trying to figure it out.
So did Iran figure out that it was the Dutch that did that?
Well, it's funny you should ask.
Well, because like even if they didn't install the virus, Iran's probably like, yeah, you may not install the virus, but we know that you put something in our water pumps. That's weird.
What'd you put in our water pumps? So here's what's interesting. The company from Belarus, they go public with this story.
Yeah.
And they, by this time, what's really interesting is Stuxnet got out. It's not clear how that happened, whether it was someone when they were putting it in the water pumps or something else, or some other, that USB stick left the facility and it ended up spreading. But now this has infected like thousands of machines around the world.
Okay.
But it's very clearly built for this one machine in the Natanz nuclear facility.
Sure.
So they go public with this, kind of sharing the story, and a bunch of people like start researching it, trying to figure it out. Long story short, the most likely scenario that has been painted, there has never been an official acknowledgement of this, but through like the connecting of lines, like a crazy conspiracy theorist, this has been able to be traced back most likely to the 2006 Operation Olympic Games, which was put together by George W. Bush. I
was going to say, this sounds like an American thing to do.
Which was in collaboration with the state of Israel to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
And they had
Nuclear.
Say it again?
Nuclear.
Thank you. They identified this facility, but this facility was underground. They knew they could only hit it with heavy bunker buster missiles.
Yeah.
They did not want to go in with a hot war. They theorized that they could get in with a computer virus. And so this is really the first large-scale, state-to-state computer virus that was like inactive war, because they essentially bombed the facility from a computer virus.
Right.
Because over the course of the few years that it was in there.
Wait, how did the Dutch storyline get blamed for this?
Well, I can bring that in.
Okay.
But over the course of the few years that this system was wreaking havoc, they destroyed.
George Bush and Israel planted a virus in Iran to take out their nukes.
Allegedly. there's never been an official acknowledgement, but that's very strongly what it looks like. There was.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff that it looks like George did.
There was a high-ranking military official around the time that this was beginning, who said, "Oh, don't worry, we are taking care of the Iran nuclear capabilities." That's not an acknowledgement,
Right.
but with a lot of the other symbols that we have pointing back to them, it does look like they were the ones who did this.
Yeah.
And also, experts in the field have combed through this code, and they do think that this took billions of dollars worth of investment to be able to build this, because this appears that you can kind of, as you source through it, you can kind of see years of work as you peel back the layers. And so they're like, we think that they were working on this since at the latest point, 1998, and that where they started developing this software. And so there was a point where this computer virus was transformed into this purpose by George Bush in the mid 2000s. And then the deployment is what's really interesting is the official story we heard for a long time, or the official theory we heard for a long time, was the USB thing, which is possible. And it does make a little bit of sense, because you could very easily, through social coercion or through coming into contact with someone who worked at the facility, find a way to swap USB sticks or something like that, or get access to that, and be able to do that without ever being caught. And that early phase was where you kind of photograph the system, deploy the fake data, slowly work through the system.
Sure.
Later, all of a sudden, it ramped up and it was moving much quicker. And so what it looks like is there was a slow version to this, where it's like, let's move slowly, let's make sure we don't get caught, let's cover our tracks.
Right.
And then that wasn't working fast enough. And what the thought is that the U.S. or somebody within the U.S. said, make it go faster. And so that's...
Did he say it like that, or did he say like, make it go faster?
Probably like that.
Make it go faster.
Probably like that.
Now watch this drive. Now watch this USB drive.
And so then that's when they were like, okay, we got to get it in there, but there's no chance a American or Israeli spy is going to get into that facility.
Right.
Like, there's no way. Even our best spies, they're not going to be able to work their way in there. We need a third party. And so that's when they called on the Netherlands, and they said, hey, you got anyone?
I made that up, by the way.
They called on Deutschland. And they said, hey, you got anyone who can get into the Iran Natanz facility? And they said, let us do some digging.
They said, where?
The Iran Natanz facility.
Oran.
Oh, you mean Oran. Oh, you mean Olaf.
Olaf. Stupid Americans.
And so they said, let us do some digging. And that's when they looped in this other guy. And so this other guy very much looked like he was a private citizen.
Yeah.
Who
But that's what I was saying. I think I said that a couple episodes ago about spies, is that, do we know that he knew that stuff was on there?
I don't know if he knew he was a spy.
I was going to say, I think the easiest way to do that is like, hey, he's installing these water pumps. Let's put something in the water pumps, but he doesn't have to know that.
Yeah. I think he knew that, because I think he knew what was going on.
Because then that's why he was like, we got to get out of here.
I think that was a crucial mistake. I think he knew too much.
And that's what I'm saying, is that I think the most effective spies that are spying today don't know that they're spies.
Yeah, they have no idea that they're a part of it. Yeah, so that's when this new system got installed, and then things ramped up to 100.
Right.
But over the course of those few years, over 1,000 centrifuges were damaged. And so there are debates on how far this pushed back the nuclear program there. Some say as much as 3 or 4 years. Some say as little as 6 months. It's very contested on how much damage was actually done there. But this was the first case of a state-to-state, well, allegedly a state-to-state actor who physically damaged something through a virus.
Software, yeah.
And so this is really the first actual obvious cyber warfare in history. And it opened up kind of a Pandora's box to say, oh, hey, this is possible.
Yeah.
And this is something that's worth taking public investment into. So what we do know is when President Obama was inaugurated, this was something between presidencies that they passed the baton and they said, keep this operation going because there's something valuable here. And it very much looks like new versions of Stuxnet had been developed under Obama's presidency and used in different applications. Nothing as consequential as this program,
Right.
but there were situations where it looked like it had been deployed. And since then, there have been multiple other computer viruses from other different states to attack different systems. So Stuxnet is kind of like the Manhattan Project of your computer.
And I probably could have got it off there. If they had just gone to my forum to me as a sophomore in high school, if they'd just gone to Ninja Nerd, I could have helped them figure that out, you know?
Yeah, one of those 53-year-olds you were friends with.
Assassins of malware. I had a lot of time. I didn't have a girlfriend. So couldn't figure out why either. I played the tuba and I was an assassin of malware. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get a girlfriend. All I wanted to talk about was sheet music and lines of malware. Viruses.
Look at this virus.
Oh, hey, did you upgrade your computer to Windows Vista or are you still on XP? That's cool. Do you want to touch knees in the back of my Ford? Have I told this story on the podcast too about the number of? There were several girls because I had a Ford pickup truck, and then I would lay out a blanket, and we would just lay in the back of that pickup truck and look at the stars. Have we talked about that before?
Yeah. No.
And then I didn't even kiss them.
We just looked.
I think that now I realize that girl wanted me to kiss her.
Yeah, that was the expectation.
That was the expectation.
Yeah.
And then I dropped her off, and she was like, "Does he not like me?
He's not interested?"
And I was like, that was the greatest date in the whole world. I can't wait to marry that girl.
I remember doing stuff like that too.
You remember? Like, yeah. And then you look back and you're like, she wanted to kiss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have we talked about it on the podcast that every date I ever took to a dance, I just ditched at the dance and kissed my friends?
Yeah.
It was like, I brought him.
Yeah.
I brought him. We're here together.
You guys got in a car accident on the way? So you're free to dance?
Let's dance.
Later,
I'm going to dance with that.
I brought him.
I brought him. We're here together.
Hey, you're going. All right, fiddle off, dude. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Things I Learned Last Night. If you enjoyed that and you want another episode that has to do with computer viruses, we talk about John McAfee, the guy who made McAfee antivirus, and also the insane life that he lived that led him to living on a compound and like hiding out.
Crazy.
What a crazy psycho guy.
Yeah.
And you can check that out. And if you want next week's episode right now, you can join us on Patreon. You can get that. You can get all of our episodes ad-free, and you can get next week's right now. And we would love to see you over there. Thanks for supporting the show. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Tim? See you next week. Is there anything you want to say?
I was just going to say, like, be careful when you watch that episode because he's dead now.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see it. Be careful. Why do they gotta be careful? You think is he gonna haunt us?
I mean, we were. He was alive when we did it.
Oh, maybe I don't even know.
So now you're dishonoring the dead if you laugh. Well, we weren't.
That's crazy.